taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Cuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense is on the field for the first time today. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing we love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To the air, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Syracuse's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Willis. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Shakes off the defender. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Dropping back, it's back. Looking to scramble. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking for a gap. It's Nixon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Nixon. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. After the filthy move, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
He's got him. And that completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's back. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
Down here close on the goal line, you got to have great timing, and there was no hesitation by the quarterback. As soon as he saw his target open up, he fired that football in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Going right to work up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ross Simmons. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got it in the middle. It's Daniels.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Canes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Canes are facing 3rd and inches. Wants to throw. It's back. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Red pass, it's complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Tight end now in motion. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Beck. Snags it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Hurricanes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Nixon. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Nixon. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll work his way down to the 28. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Bring in the heat. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's back. Puts it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. The Hurricanes get enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
29 Phillies. 2-9 Phillies.
To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting the quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. looking downfield, it's Beck. He's got his man. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Got his man on the right. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Down at the 3-yard line. Brings up 4th and goal.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Cuse. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defense...
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Miami! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
On the run from inside his own. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Here's the pressure. Got it behind the line. It's Nixon. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebacker.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the fourth quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. The delay of game pushes the offense back.
Ready, set. Fire.
The snap sets up to throw. Got his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Finds his target down the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quickly complete. Touchdown, King! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Memphis was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Bluff City. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Collins. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming. Syracuse will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is
turning it on. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got his man in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
And the Canes line it up with a first and goal.
Lasso.
Wants to throw again. Gets rid of it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a crease. It's Nixon. Oh, he's got a chance. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Hatcher. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.